candidates.
Dr. Kalua, are you seeing a ground for a legal battle for a contested election, so to speak? Because it's 11 days to the polls, and we can see a lot of stoning coming towards IEBC's side.
I would like to look at it from a different point of view. Yeah. First and foremost, we are getting into a season, Trevor, a very interesting season that's going to be a season for deep fake, misinformation, a season of malinformation and every disinformation that you can get to. So why is this the situation? Because, Trevor, we have about 16,000 candidates in this country that are going to vie for only 1,800 and I think 81 seats. So we have 14,000 people that will be crying soon after the election. And they must be able to justify in one way or another so that they can survive either by appointment, nomination, after this, given a job because they made some effort in a party or whatever it is. This is one. Two, we are a country that does not believe in institutions. Unfortunately, just because of previous experiences, Trevor. We tend to imagine that IEBC equals to Chebukati and Chebukati equals to IEBC, not believing that IEBC is actually an institution that must be given the entire respect and has built systems over time based on experiences that have been experienced before. So we tend to imagine, and I've been thinking very deeply, why is there so much suspicion? And I went back, and I want to say this for the sake of Kenyans, to forgive each other and forget, because what IEBC is lacking is trust from the Kenyans. One, I was wondering, could it be that they believe because Chebukati fought for Saboti seat way back in 2007 and got 9,740 or thereabout votes against Wamalwa, who got about 58,000. It was very contested. There are people who may be looking at Chebukati as a politician because he cried foul out of the situation that he went through. His house was broken into, forms stolen, and therefore he could not apply back to say that he wanted to get back to parliament. Could there be people who are thinking of Chebukati from that point of view? If they are, please don't. Because the man is in a position that is constitutional and now moving to the best way possible. And if you look at the suspicion from ODM side, and maybe sometimes maybe we crossed over with Ruto, maybe there is that kind of, we need to cancel that for the sake of the country. The other thing. But this is the same, before you even move to the other thing, this is the same person whose institution was found by the Supreme Court to have bungled an entire election. That's true. And so, and what led to that? Fast. What led to that? And thank you so much for bringing that up. The IEBC then, the one before IEBC. What brought trouble into this country in 2007 is just because that institution, IEC, is because when the final question was asked, so who won the election? And the answer was, I am not sure. I don't know who won the election. And the country sparked into trouble immediately after that. We need to help. Because first of all, we have to own the process. We don't have any other IEBC. We have only the IEBC led by Chebukati. We have no reason not to trust them. We have every reason to ask them every question. They have every responsibility to update Kenyans on what they are doing, to the level that when they go to buy salt, they actually call a press conference and tell Kenyans, we have actually bought salt, and that is why we called you today. The weekly updates are not enough. The bi-weekly updates are not enough. We need to have a daily update on what is happening for Kenyans to understand, because there must be an activity from IEBC. Remember, whichever side that they are on, the goose is cooked for them. Can you imagine there are only one institution against a multitude of every statement that is made by IEBC is attacked from left, right, and center, and therefore they remain not to be trusted for this kind of a process. We need to build that. They need to be aware. They need to bring out the issues in advance, and they must know that we don't trust them. That is Kenyans. I'm talking about generally. Yeah. So, unfortunately or fortunately, there is nobody else who can help them. It is IEBC themselves to prove that they are trustworthy. Okay. When you talk about the stickers that you are talking about, if Kenyans want an additional security feature, call the politicians. Say this is an additional one over and above what we have made before. When there is an issue that has come up, a press conference is not enough, because the press will only pick 2 or 3 items and forget everything else, and whatever has been shared becomes what is most important. So we need, as Kenyans, first of all, to understand that we don't have any other institution. It is only IEBC. No. And there is nobody else who is going to help us. And then IEBC to do their thing. And I believe there is much more that I can talk in that line that may help us to get to where we have to get. Yeah,